Hey everybody, this is Jeff from Automotive Broncos, and today we're going to install a Broaddict tailgate table and Molle panel for all full-size Ford Broncos 21 through 24. Let's check it out. What we're going to do is we're going to unbox this now. So we got the instructions. We've got 2 bags of hardware, and we have our Molle panel that they've seemed to wrap up. All right, guys, they've done a pretty good job packing this, and to keep it from getting all scratched up, take this apart. First thing we're going to have to do before we do any of this assembly is we're going to have to take this rear vent off of the back of the tailgate. Start from the bottom using a plastic trim tool, and comes off well. So the reason we're going to start off at the bottom is they actually have the clips, whereas you can see the top, they actually lock into place, so it's in and up. So again, start from the bottom, and that'll keep you from breaking your top clips. Okay, now one thing that they do really well is the instructions are very well detailed. They actually number each little part, whether it's a screw, a washer, a nut, and in each step they actually call out the number. You look up on, like for the first step, number 7, and you look on the back, and number 7, it's a welding screw. That is what this little T here looks like. So what we're going to do is we're going to put them in here and turn them side by side, and we're going to run this screw in for 4 of them. So for the first step, you're pushing each welding screw to the inside. Now we're just going to go ahead and we're going to get a socket and we're going to tighten them down. So I was able to tighten these up with an 8mm socket. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put the connectors on, and this is going to tie this in together with, allow us to mount the tailgate table to it. So now again, we're going to put the nuts on here, and we are going to use this again with an 8mm. Now what we're going to do for the bottom half of the Molle panel and the tailgate table is we're going to put this T-nut in here with the washer and the called out hardware, and whereas this was on all the way on the inside, these are going to be installed all the way on the outside. And I will go ahead, have these tightened up with a 9mm, and we'll be hanging the table pretty soon. Hey everybody, one slight adjustment. So I originally told you to go all the way back to the outside. What I want you to do is I want you to move these out about 1 inch each. Now I did already pre-fit this on here to see if this would work. there is an area, nothing touches the paint. Me just being the person that I am, I had a little bit of extra Velcro. I just kind of put that up there just in case it does happen, where somehow it jiggles and it touches that. But now what we're going to do is we're going to fit this into place, and the cameraman wants to come up and show everybody. You can see that it does not touch the tailgate at all. They've made it offset off the tailgate, so you're not going to have to worry about too much. Now what we'll do is we will open this up and we will set our nuts and bolts into place. And okay, now that we've got everything all set up and ready to go, you can lift up this top. Now all you have to do is there's a little button in there you can push, and that will allow it to grip on to the side. And you've got there, you're good. And these are held up by the cables. Now, I'm not going to try it, but they say that they have a 100-pound rating on it. So I think it'd be safe to say they aren't going to throw that out there unless it can really happen. So again, this is by Broaddict. It's their tailgate table and Molle panel. If it's something you can use, give it a shout. I think it's a good product. They do a nice job with it. It goes into place. It seems to anchor quite tight. It's not going to rattle. We will take it for a drive to make sure, but I don't see it rattling. It makes it pretty, seems like it's pretty on there, pretty stout. Again, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe. I'll put a link for this product if it is something you want to look at. And by all means, it's definitely a 5-star product. You might like it. Give it a shout. Thank you. Hey everybody, so the other day I did the install on this, and I put about 100 miles on the car, on the Bronco I should say. And I want to let you know I went down some pretty hairy terrain for a little while. Did not have any issues with any extra noise. One thing I do want to point out, these are very tight. I did take and